Hey guys, Jennifer here, and I am here to start decorating these sloppy journals. This is a design team project for ShabbyDabbyDooDah and Crafty Me Shop. I showed you the other day on the video that has the guest check booklets that we did together. I showed you a sneak peek of these journals that I was working on. Start decorating this. So what I did on the front here, only thing I did was add this doily as kind of like a base for the front, and I wrapped it around here. So this is kind of what it looked like before I showed you guys the sloppy journals. They start with the coffee sleeve, and then I added some muslin, sewed in the signatures, and added some gesso and some crackle texture paste from Prima. And then I have these pages in here. I reinforced the coffee sleeve by sewing that, so it kind of holds this down. Okay, Lori, Girl on a Ridge, and Creative Cafe Girl, Susie, they both showed tutorials for these, so I'll leave that information below on how this was done. Okay. All right, so I took some of the background pages. I have this die from Anna Griffin. They're these pocket page dies, and I just thought that that would look super pretty here on the inside. So I'm going to cut that out of the background pages, like that, so I can use them inside the journal. So here's what the die looks like after it's cut out. All right, so I've got both of the pockets there. It is gorgeous here today. Oh my gosh, it's like 60 degrees. So nice. I'm sure a lot of you guys up north are feeling the brunt of this storm. Okay. So I put the, let's see, in here. So I ended up taking off the Monday right after Thanksgiving. Oh, just because I have such a very hectic week this week. We have our big Christmas production at church this weekend, and I'm on praise team, so oh my gosh. Got practice 2 nights this week, services two times this week. I'm gonna be exhausted. But I wanted to craft today and just kind of enjoy, kind of get some little bit of crafting in and not worry about the stress too much of this coming week. I have a lot of days off, so that I've accumulated. This last year I worked through the holidays, including New Year's Day. So it was a rough holiday last year. Okay, so let's see. That looks super cute there. And then I'm going to put the other one back here. Have a breeze today, which is so nice because we're probably about an hour from the coast, so we don't get a lot of wind sometimes. Sometimes it's like there's no air movement. So when we have a breezy, cool day like this and I can have the windows open, it's so nice. All right, so I have this mesh fabric. So you can see that. That's from Crafty Me Shop. And I just laid that over the top. It'll give some mesh here as a background, and then I love this little trim here right on the edge. So I started off with that, and then I thought we could decorate the rest of the front here to add some of the laces and trims that were included in the design team package. And if you didn't see that video, I will leave that below. Go check out the kind of laces that Esme has in her store. I'll also leave the link to the Facebook group. She does her live sales on there. And sometimes she does the sales live. Sometimes she'll put them on the wall. So you just kind of have to see what the announcement is on the Facebook group page. Something like this. Put this one too. Then I have this pretty dangle trim I wanted to add. See how that looks. That there. See what this looks like. There. That one. That's pretty. I think I like that. The white might be a little too much against the tan. All right. So let's go ahead and put that down there. So we had gotten our tree out and We've only had this tree, I think, 3 years because we had finally broke down and bought a new one 3 years ago. This would be year 3, so that we've used it. And my husband gets the tree out, and the top section of the tree will not light up. So he's all frustrated and everything. And I said, well, let's go online and see if we can get, you know, a replacement part or whatever for the tree. Because it's one of those lights or whatever that, well, before I just said that, you know, the tree was, before I said that, you know, my husband had tried so many different things to get the tree to light up. And it's one of those trees that have the light where, you know, like if one burns out, the whole strand doesn't burn out, you know, it stays lit, supposedly, okay? So he's trying like all these bulbs, and I'm like, hun, okay, that doesn't make any sense why it's not working. So I went on to the site where, you know, you would have had to put your warranty card in there when you got it. And I said, okay, well, maybe they'll take it now, because they wouldn't talk to you without having the warranty set up online. So I was like, oh my goodness, okay. So did all that, filled everything out. Then all of a sudden they want a copy of the receipt. And we're like, well, maybe they'll just take it without, you know, the receipt, since we know approximately when we bought it. We had the number of the base on the base, we had the number on the box, we had all these different numbers on the tree, right? So yeah, they wouldn't take that. So we were basically out of luck as far as warranty goes. And uh-oh, I think I cut it a little short. We'll fix that though. So after all that, I said, honey, why don't we just use one of the strands we have, you know, in the garage. I think we had some strands of like 100 lights or whatever. He's like, oh, this is going to take forever, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, probably. I said, but if you don't want to do it, I can do it, you know. I said, because he's all ready to go buy another tree. He's just that kind of, I'm like, I am not spending that kind of money on a new tree, because this is in the front of our house and we have like this really big window. And so you have to get a substantial size tree. I think it's 9 foot for it to, you know, look like something in that room. Otherwise, it'll just look like a dinky little tree in that room. So I said, okay, this was the week of Thanksgiving. I said, I got to prepare food and do all this stuff. I said, so give me till Saturday. And I said, we'll look at going on, you know, Monday or something, because I'm not going on Black Friday to find a tree. And because he wanted to find it in person, I said, okay. So by Friday afternoon, I was still recovering from Thanksgiving. I couldn't even get off the sofa. He had the lights on the top part of the tree, and had it up and working and everything. I was like, oh, so you couldn't wait for me, huh? He said, nope. So anyway, he had to use 2 strands of lights for just that top part of the tree. And then it looked pretty good. I was like, oh, honey, I don't really care how it looks. I was like, as long as we have lights on the tree, who cares? And he's like, oh, you're not going to like it and all this stuff, you know. And I said, I said, trust me, I won't care. And so I think because I said I wouldn't care, he went and did it himself. He's the type of person that has to like get it done right now, no matter what. And I'm like, I'll get it done, but give me until this time, you know. And he couldn't wait. And I was okay with that, because then I didn't have to do it. But he had spent so long trying to see if he could get them to turn back on. I offered to do that, you know, instead of spending all that money on a tree. I was like, that is just silliness. Anyway, we have a nice little tree, but because of the way that he put them on, you know, my tree topper didn't work now, because I had this tree topper that was not lit. It was just the Star of Bethlehem, and it was not lit. So he went out and got one that was lit, and it looks nice. And I was like, well, great. Now what am I going to do with that one? Because that one, it was so pretty. I got it. I always go to Dillard's after Christmas, the day after Christmas. And I get everything at like 50% off. And they had a gorgeous tree topper there last year. Or maybe it was 2 years ago. I don't know if I went last year, because we were in Wisconsin last year. But anyway, yeah, so we have a nice tree, and it's all decorated, and yay. So my husband does not like to put any lights up. He's just not that kind of guy. So I was like, that's fine. So I got this thing. It's called the Star Shower. And all you have to do is put it outside, point it towards the house, and it has these lights on. So that's basically it. And then I bought, what do you call those? The wreaths, the light up wreaths I got. So pretty. They have the, what is it? Wow, my brain is fried evidently already. The flocking on it. So it looks really pretty. There's something about the flocking, I guess, that I really like, but that around here. This looks so pretty, you guys. Oh my gosh, I love it. So that's kind of like the base layers. Let me get this stuff out of here. Although you might like to look at these beautiful laces. So I had some of these appliques. I put them on the back last time. Let's see. And I did that because I was going to use a picture or something on the front. So I thought I could do an applique back here. You got to be careful that the sewing doesn't come undone. So a lot of times I just put the glue on the back before I cut it, just so it doesn't come undone. All right, so I'm gonna let that dry, and then I'm gonna figure out which picture I want for the front here. So on this one, all I did was like a little cluster. So why don't we do something like that? So I have these gorgeous fan dies from Anna Griffin. This is the smaller fan, so I was gonna put, I think I was gonna cut this out with one of the background pages. I could do this background page here. scissors that I was using. This is why I have like 30,000 scissors, because if I were to just have 2 scissors, one for paper, one for fabric, I would never get anything done because I would always lose them, at least temporarily. All right, let me get this cut here. Oh, that looks really cute with the background pages. Let me ink that up. All right, so I'm going to use one of the background sheets and kind of collage this here. I have some of this tracing paper I can use. Put some cheesecloth. And we can add one of these flower pieces back here. See if we can add one of these ephemera pieces. Let's see what that looks like. Now to get the stamp like this, I use this Fiskars mini pinking shear scissors or whatever. I've had them for a long time, so I know a lot of us have like different scissors or whatever from scrapbooking days. You can use that. Something like this. And then I did a die cut. Let's see. I wonder if I can put this underneath here somewhere. Yeah, that'll look nice. Just rip it so it doesn't have to be perfect. And I'll just ink that a little bit. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and get that down. Ah, don't get on it. Exploding. Whoa, what happened to my glue? It's exploding. Oh my gosh. Glue accident. Oh. All right, let's see if we can try that again. My goodness. I had this like this. Oh my gosh, this thing is just not being nice. Put that over there. And then let's put this in here. And then this can go behind. Crisis averted. I guess I can use this glue here. Why not? There we go. And that could be the front of the journal cover. But it is still just going off. I better close it before we have a tragedy here. So that looks really cute. The only thing that I want to do on the back is add this pretty so pretty. Add this pretty applique. Well, I need my glue again. Let's see what happens. So what I do is I just kind of glue the big part and then come back and get the little parts once that dries a little bit. And then on the front, I would like to have a little piece of applique. I cut apart this applique and I'm going to put that on the front here. So now I just need to add a little bit more glue now that I've figured out the placement. Boy, this glue is just acting up today. Alright, so there you go, guys. We decorated the outside of the sloppy journal and added this cluster on the front with a little piece of applique, dangly trim. And then on the back, we added this beautiful applique, all that sparkle. And we can add more if we feel like we need to. And then we added these little pockets on the inside, which we will decorate. This needs to be glued down a little bit better. And then we'll come back and we'll decorate the pages together. Okay, so thanks for joining me, guys. I will talk to you again real soon. Bye for now.